bought this MX650 off Facebook Marketplace. It was a pretty far drive. It was 2 hours, but it was worth the drive. So we're gonna tune this up, make it faster, and just enjoy the video. And this is the compare size to the MX650 to the MX350. This one is upgraded, but it's the same size. Bigger wheels, shocks, and a back shock too.
With this MX650, one thing I didn't even realize when I found it on Marketplace that it was a 650. I thought it was a 500 until Carter was like, no, Dad, that's a 650. So anyway, the only thing that we're noticing right now that it's not getting any power. It could be the battery. The gentleman that we bought it off of, he did a complete overhaul on it because I actually believe he got it off Marketplace as well, but he did a complete overhaul. Really nice gentleman. He took photos of everything, showed us what he did, but we're gonna go ahead and get in and take it apart. We have another 36-volt battery here already that we're gonna test on it, but we're just gonna take it apart just to see if anything's loose inside there. I'm pretty sure that could be the issue, but again, we want to get this thing up and running, and then later on see if we can upgrade it to a 48-volt. But right now it's at a 36, so we just try to see what is going on. So if you're looking at the MX350, you guys already know this one. If you check in one of the videos, we'll try to link it as well. We did the upgrade on this one to a 36-volt motor, and we have a 36-volt battery inside here too. There's a big difference between the two, and this is the one with the regulator that is out from Jordy Bills. But again, we're gonna get into it and just see what's going on. All right, so we're gonna have to go into here to get this out. I'm trying to see if there's anything on the oh, there's 2 screws back here that we have to take off.
It's like the old one.
It kind of is like the old one. As you see here, it's kind of broke. We did a wheelie in, boom. This one looks like it had a wheelie done before too, but we're gonna get into these 3. I think it's 4 screws we have to get. I'm just gonna put this down and see what we can do. One thing I'll say is that we're gonna loosen these up because the handlebars, they're leaning just a little bit forward, so we're gonna pull them back just a little bit. I believe the gentleman who had it, he was a little bit taller, so I'm gonna loosen these up so I can get this back so he can actually ride it just a little bit, similar to how this is back here. But ideally what we're gonna do is soon go for the new controller with the key on this one, so we're not using this switch down here. But again, something's happening, we're not getting power. We'll figure it out. Okay, I had to put it on top of here because there's like 2 bolts underneath here. Can't even get it somewhere inside there that we have to get out. And I think I see it already. I see the controller in there. It looks like the controller's moving around, so this probably should be an easier fix than we think. But I had to get it up here because I can't figure out what this is holding on to, but I'm gonna move this back so it doesn't flip over me. Got ants on me. There we go. Let's get it. Get this over. We couldn't figure out how to get this over. We'll figure it out later. But we did get the sides off, and turns out, come and take a look at this. This was the culprit. This plug right here was unplugged. So we did plug it back in. If you look on the top here now, you see here, we do have a reading right here. It's just saying that it's low, but when we started, we do have some juice going on here. So I just think the battery was just honestly dead. This one is dead. So it does run in a sequence. So it's this one, and this one. So I think this one on top here is pulling charge from here. So what we're gonna do, we just need to get some WD-40. I did use a little bit of white lithium grease, but the WD-40, because this thing has a little bit of rust inside there, we want to get it nice and lubricated. But as you can see right now, we are running. So we'll head to Home Depot right now, get some WD-40, really give a good deep lubricating to this right now, put everything back on, charge it while we're gone so we see exactly how much charge we have. But for the most part, as you can see, this thing's in pretty good shape. I'll get some WD-40 to the shocks over here. I'll get into over here. I'll get into the shocks inside here as well. Again, we're just gonna lubricate it up. Overall, it's in really great shape, but again, this motor just needs just a little bit of love with some WD-40, and especially this bearing right here because it's squeaking a little bit. So we'll get it all, what's the name up? We'll get this thing on a charge, and then we'll see how we go. So we did not need to change out the battery right now. We do have another 36 volt, so we don't have to change it. Let's just charge it and see how far we can get with that.
Are we gonna keep this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna move this to here.
Oh, okay. And then we're gonna put the
Okay, so I know lights everywhere. So basically what we're doing now, we're gonna change out, we have a 36 volt lithium battery that we're gonna change out all these lead based batteries. There's, I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, but these things are massively heavy. So we're gonna we're gonna get all of these out, and we're gonna replace it with this lithium battery. We're gonna run the lithium battery down here. We're gonna move the controller right here. And this will help us with the weight of the bike, and also going to give us a longer run time on the bike. So that's going to be the whole idea of what we're doing now. We just have to take everything apart, get all these batteries out of here, reduce the weight, and then replace everything with the lithium battery instead of these lead-based batteries. That's the goal. Let's see if we can get this to work. So we're just unplugging everything right now, as we're not going to need all of these batteries running in circuit anymore.
yeah, so.
The power is off. So the only thing we're no longer going to need this charge port. So we're probably just going to drill a small hole and then run our new charge port in there with the. Because it's coming from the battery. So how we charge the battery. So ultimately, what we need to do, just the on-off switch, we're gonna end up clipping this because the new battery is going to be connected up to that. So we're just going to get everything unplugged, everything out, and then go solder all our wires together and get this back together. That's the goal.
Thanks so much for watching our video. We're just taking a quick second to let you know that we have a website.
Yeah, did you guys know that LaPointe Life is online at www.lapointelife.com? You might see it down at the bottom of this description. Right now, we're loading up all our tutorials. We're loading up all our guides that we have because we believe that every family should travel outside their zip code and experience life outside their zip code. So head over to lapointelife.com right now and make sure you check out some of the resources that we got out there for you guys.
Yeah, so keep watching the video, like, subscribe, and join the journey with us.
Let's get you back to the video.
Now, as you can see, where we're at right now in the process, we already moved one of the batteries that were up here. Again, there were 3 12-volt batteries, which make up the 36. No, 3. 312. So we got, yeah, it's 312.
The big one?
This same size as those. So this is 12, 12 makes 24, and another 12 makes 36. So we took that battery out. Now we're gonna remove these 2 ones from down here, remove the bracket, and this is where this guy is gonna sit. As you can see, it's nice and perfect. I'm probably gonna just use a little bit of the foam that this is with so we can tie it down, and I'm a Velcro it. I have some straps upstairs that we're gonna use. But the greatest thing about this, the control, I know I got my light on, the control module right here fits perfectly into these holes. The only thing that I want to go ahead and do is just build this up. So I'll cut some foam down here so it sits perfectly up here and it's not rattling around. But I'm going to go ahead and disconnect these wires so we can get this in, but we're first going to get these batteries out to make everything nice and clean.
Dad's gonna mark because there's 2 the same, and this is the same as we did for the MX650. We marked it, but we didn't need to do that. But this one we do need to mark it because.
Yeah, we're just going to mark this 1 and 1. Is that a 1? That's a 1. We're going to mark this 2.
So you can see we're taking out all the front ones, but we just need to take out these because there's a screw. You can see it right there. And we put WD-40 on. And 2.
Okay, so this is the controller. That's it. How are we going to hook this new battery up? So this is where the old, you might want to. So you wonder how we're going to hook this battery up. So this is where the old battery entire connector came in through the, what am I trying to say? Through the cabling on the controller. That's what I was trying to say. I just couldn't get it. So this came in with the controller. So we're no longer going to be needing this because this is what went into, I'm sorry, not the controller, into the battery. But we no longer need this part because now where this is going to be charging, that's no longer a thing. So now what we're in essence we're going to be doing is we're going to be hooking this up directly to this cabling over here. So we're going to solder this whole thing in, heat sink it in. And I'm going to show you which one we're going to hook it up to in just 1 second, but I just want to give you a heads up of what we're doing because we're no longer going to need this charge port anymore. This is going to sit inside there, and we don't want to use that anymore. This is the charge port that came original. We're going to have a new charge port, which is going to be on the 36 volt battery that we have now, the lithium ion one. So we're going to drill a hole and we're going to sit this through. We're going to remove the we're actually just going to have it hanging out, similar to what we did with the MX650. We're just going to have this one sitting out so you can just plug this up and charge this battery that's going inside there. So this would be the portion that is hooked up to the first battery. I'm just going to take it out so give a proper illustration of what I'm talking about. So this part right here was hooked into the first battery. You see this clip right here? That's going to hook into the first battery before it starts running in a series with all of the rest of these fuses and such like that. So this is just, again, this is the fuse hooking into the first battery, and then this hooks into the second battery and so forth. So being that this is coming directly out of my switch, which is right here. Where'd it go? There we go. This is my switch that's coming out of the box, and then this portion from this battery is going to connect into that piece right there. So what we're basically going to do is clip off this red and black wire, and we're going to strip it. We're going to expose the wire, and then from there we're going to hook it into this portion right here, which came with this 36 volt battery. So why we're going to use this is a T connector, or a connector that's going to connect into this right here. So in order for this to connect, for this to get power and to go on this side, we need to splice in this wire right here. So that's exactly what I'm going to do now. And then I'm going to use this heat gun, which Carter has right there playing with it, and we're going to use some solder connectors, and we're going to get all of this together. So let's get it stripped out. So I have the connectors here, and it has some solder in the middle of it. So basically what I'm going to do is use the heat gun, and it's going to wrap right around. So I've already stripped out my wires here, as you can see, and I stripped out the wires here, which again is going to connect into the battery port right there. So what I love about these connectors is that you really don't have to do anything else but just slip these directly in. Make sure you have a good fit in between, because again, these are going to melt together. So now I'm going to take one more, which is right here. Okay, and then I'm going to take this one, and that's in there. So I'm gonna lay these down, and now what I'm gonna do is get these fused together. And how I do that is with a heat gun. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that mounted up. Let's get this stuff out of the way, and we're almost in business.
Let's get to it.
Do one at a time.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we basically do now? We're actually going to wrap the battery. We had it in a bag before. We're not going to do that. We actually got this contact paper from Home Depot. So as you can see, this is the stuff that you put inside the drawer if you don't want stuff to slide around. But it is perfect because it is foam and it can absorb shock. And this is what we want to do just to protect the lithium battery. We don't want anything to puncture it, so this is going to be perfect. So we're going to cut this out, wrap the battery, and we're going to get everything mounted in. That's what we're going to do. Okay, and there you have it. I got the battery wrapped. So now it should be nice and secure from any punctures from there. So I'm gonna get it mounted in up there and get this thing put together. So as you can see here, I have the battery all mounted. I had this this protective covering that was inside my garage for something else that we ended up using for the battery, just to make sure nothing's hitting it. So I have my foam that the battery's sitting on. I have my straps down here, and then I was actually able to use the bracket that bracketed in the other batteries, which was on this side here. It's still mounted in, and it's still mounted in on that side right there. So it provided like a nice little cage for the battery. Just happened like this battery's perfectly fit in there. I have the controller up here. So it looks like we're ready to go, and this thing is nice and snug here. I have another piece of foam at the top to, you know, just grab any vibration. So this is going to be my power input now. I'm going to go ahead and hook the battery up to the outside of the harness that I made, and this is how everything looks after I just put some electrical tape on here as well, just as a second precaution. But again, this is going to hook into here, and then this is going to hook in to my switch right there. Now I'm going to put everything back together and see how it rides.